The reason as to why I love the character of Darth Vader is so much is because of how conflicted of a character he really is and how he still has an impact during the events of the sequel trilogy. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, these past couple of months or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Kylo Ren, quite possibly the Knights of Ren, Mustafar, and Darth Vader himself during the events of the sequel trilogy, though not alive, but his impact on the character of Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren most likely. So what's really interesting to me about the character of Vader is that J.J. Abrams apparently is bringing that inspirational piece of Vader back into play here for the character of Kylo Ren. Specifically a description of both Kylo Ren and a group of 6 other figures holding lightsaber hilts that may be the Knights of Ren. The figures have hoods over their heads. They are all standing around a Darth Vader statue on what appears to be a planet similar to Mustafar, quite possibly it being the planet itself. The statue of Vader appears to be a memorial after his death and created by the acolytes of the Beyond. Perhaps the statue of Vader includes him holding a lightsaber in his left hand, with the cape constructed in a way as if it is blowing in the wind. Parts of it are cracked and chipped, showing its age. The next goes over Kylo Ren near a console that projects a hologram of Darth Vader, speaking indirectly to Kylo Ren. This could be Kylo Ren searching for more answers about the dark side of the Force, or perhaps the key to Lord Momin and his abilities. Now, I really want to go over a couple of pointers here that really do intrigue me about Episode 9 and the potential of tying it into the Darth Vader comics. Now, I don't know if you guys have been reading the Darth Vader comics, but there is a very interesting issue that goes over Lord Momin, one of the Sith Lords, a Sith heretic specifically who was able to build anything he wants and is able to use the dark side of the Force by use of the Force Locus, which is a doorway to many different abilities, including bringing people back from the dead. So, we do know that from the Darth Vader comics, Darth Vader is trying to bring back Padme Amidala back from the dead. And the fact that the Knights, quite possibly, and Kylo Ren are surrounding this Darth Vader statue, could this be a ritual of sorts, a gathering of bringing back Darth Vader into the living world, at least attempting to do so? Not necessarily that it would be successful, but maybe they think that they would be successful in bringing back Darth Vader from the dead. Do you guys remember those big rumors before the events of The Force Awakens that there were 6 individuals with Kylo Ren at the time, just Adam Driver's character, the Jedi Hunter, trying to resurrect the character of Darth Vader? That was a huge rumor before the events of Episode 7. So maybe J.J. Abrams is going to be applying that aspect of Star Wars in Episode 9. Will they be successful? Most likely not. It wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense to bring Darth Vader back to life, and if he did come back to life, it would really destroy the moment at the very end of Return of the Jedi when Luke said his goodbyes. So with that being said, I think this is more or less a way of showing us how radical both the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren really are, and how deep their beliefs really are within the resurrection of Darth Vader and using the dark side of the Force. So the statue of Vader, I'm having this vague memory. I don't know if you guys remember, but if you guys want to correct me on this, I'm pretty sure that this was actually a thing in the expanded universe / Star Wars Legends, where Darth Vader actually had a statue, I think it was on his castle, or inside of his castle, or on one of the planets. I have this vague memory that this is from the EU, and it could be very well be that Disney and Lucasfilm are trying to bring that back into Episode 9 and cherry-picking from the EU and putting that in there. Now, why would Kylo Ren be interacting with the Darth Vader hologram? Now, I've been going over this before in the past of how Darth Vader is this huge inspiration for the character of Kylo Ren. This to me yet seems like another parallel to that of Dark Empire comics. Now, the Dark Empire comics went over Luke Skywalker examining holograms of his own father, Darth Vader, and Emperor Palpatine. He was learning more about the dark side of the Force. Could this be a parallel to just that, where Kylo Ren is doing the same exact thing, where he's exploring the ruins of a certain environment, and he appears to actually come across a hologram of Vader and learns more about the dark side? Very much similar to Luke Skywalker in the Dark Empire comic, where he actually explores the ruins of the Coruscant section in which the Emperor's throne room was. You know, the one that we saw in Revenge of the Sith, the battle between both him and Mace. He goes through that whole entire area and actually locates a hologram of both Vader and Emperor Palpatine. So it seems like that JJ and crew are really cherry-picking from the EU and Legends material. I don't know how you guys feel about that, how Disney is essentially looking at the EU and redoing it and making it their own. How do you guys feel about that being a part of Episode 9? Now, as far as Darth Vader being involved in this Star Wars film, I honestly love it. To me, Darth Vader is the face of Star Wars. He should be embedded in the Skywalker saga as long as every single movie connects to one another. And I think that this is probably one of the greatest things to do between both the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren. It just shows us how crazy they really are and how deep their beliefs really are within the character of Darth Vader. And just really what they set out to do, right? I think that this is something that a lot of fans want to see. More Sith lore, more very interesting quests between both Kylo and his knights. You know, it's a very interesting point. We haven't really seen Kylo Ren go on his own quest, quote-unquote, in a Star Wars movie, and that could very well be something that we see in Episode 9. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.